Welcome to Zanzibar. Losing it. West African food is beautiful, honestly speaking. This okra, you can see already that the oil is almost coming to the top. Hello guys, it's Dadaski here. Welcome to my channel, Dadaski Diaries. How are you doing? Today is cooking with Dadaski. We're doing a lockdown cook-up because we cannot travel, so we're gonna do a nice lockdown cook-up. What am I cooking today? I'm cooking some pounded yam with some fresh yam and some okra, lady fingers, with some oxtail stew. And I've got a surprise dish on the side. But before we start that, guys, we're gonna go off to the market or to the shopping center to get us some meat and some little ingredients here and there, so we could get ready to prepare our meal. In the meantime, guys, thank you for staying tuned. It's gonna be a lovely meal. I hope you appreciate it, and let us go and get cooking with the Dadaski. So there's a big queue at the meat place. Whack. But that was a surprise. That was a very unpleasant surprise. I didn't believe that there was actually a queue there. So let's go and get some fish, get the fish, and then come back to the queue. The fish I got last time wasn't here, so I'm settling for a jackfish. Smaller, similar, meatier. I'm gonna slice in 5 pieces. On the matter of pounded yam, I've got half a yam at home, but I think I'm gonna pick up another yam from these guys. She looks okay. No, she doesn't actually. Couldn't get the yam there, so I'm gonna try the yam another place. I've got half a tuber of yam at home that could make about 3 wraps of pounded yam. So hopefully that could work for the purpose. 6 of them. Yeah. Yeah, that's a nice size, definitely. Right. I got the fish, and now I'm gonna get some meat. I saw a box of Indomie noodles out there, and God, that is like gold dust. So I'm gonna rush the Indomie noodles once I finish getting the meat here.
Bakhshvar.
Okay, what's up, boss?
What's up, man?
I'm fine, boss. I came to get me some oxtail. So I want to get some seasoning, some Maggi seasoning, definitely. So I'm getting some bay leaves, very good for jollof rice. And I'm getting these too. Thank you, guys. So this is my haul for the day, guys. Some oxtail, bay leaves, Maggi. I got some seasoning at home. So guys, this is what I came for. Indomie noodles. And I got the big packs here. And Indomie noodles is lovely. Let's get to the seasoning for today's recipe, which is pounded yam and oxtail stew with some lady fingers, some okra. Yummy. It's a lovely Nigerian traditional dish, and it's eaten normally during the lunchtime in Nigeria, but this food is a staple and a lovely staple to Nigerian dietary. Anyway, straight into the ingredients. I got some curry powder, all-purpose seasoning, peri-peri seasoning, some ginger powder, turmeric powder, some Maggi cubes, garlic, ginger. For the sauce, for the oxtail stew, I'm using some big peppers assorted, red onions, scotch bonnet, some tomatoes. For the okra, lady fingers, and the yam for the pounded yam. And this is the meat, the oxtail meat. I'm not going to show you guys because it might be gory. So oxtail meat, and I got a special ingredient there. Could you guys guess what that is? Yeah, special ingredient. Guess what that is? We're making a soup out of that. So if you could guess it right by the end of this, you're a G. So now let us start with the meat. You're gonna put the meat in a pot and wash it. After washing, you want to add your ginger powder, cumin powder, a little bit of curry powder, all-purpose seasoning. This is my extra peri-peri flakes. Jostle that up a little bit, like that. There you go. Jostle that up together. Get the seasoning there. Could you see it, guys? Get your chopped onions, garlic, and ginger, and just dab that in there. There you go. Look at that now. Yum yum. We bring this to a slow boil. Reduce it a little bit there, and then you cover the pot up. You're gonna do that for an hour so it gets nice and soft on a low heat. While that is reducing, let us quickly get to blending the ingredients for the oxtail stew. So what we got here is tomato, onions, 2 scotch bonnet, and 3 bell peppers. That's what we got here, guys. So let's put that to the blend now. There we are now, all in a bowl. So this is the sauce, the final product. If you remembered from the last vlog, I did the jollof rice and the fish vlog. For all the 37 people that watched it, thank you very much. You guys are the best. You would have seen this sauce from the preparation of the jollof rice, and I told you guys this is the basis of all Nigerian red sauce. So it's tomato, bell peppers, scotch bonnet, and onions blended together is the basis in any proportion you like it for the flavor. So yeah, for this purpose I did this one for my oxtail stew, and for the soup I'm going to decant it. This is for the oxtail stew, and this is for the special fish, the special soup. Oh, I gave it away. This is for the special soup I am making. What's the meat saying? There you go. It's looking gorgeous, isn't it, guys? There's the meat. Okay, so the meat has been there for 30 minutes now. I'm going to start preparing the sauce for the tomato sauce for the oxtail stew. So first you want to boil it. You want to boil it first in a saucepan. Just boil that till the water rises to the top, okay? Now the tomato is bubbling. Could you see that, guys? You could see the liquid coming to the top. It is ready to cool down, and then the next stage will be to fry it and add our meat to it, and that's how the oxtail stew is done. I'm going to show you that process and season it, obviously. Oh, this is the oxtail stew and boiled down, seasoned. Lovely, smells gorgeous, and this is the tomato that's been boiled down. The next thing to do is to put some oil in a pot and start in a saucepan and start to fry our tomato. So I've put some oil in there. I'm gonna let that heat up a little bit. It's going to fizzle a little bit, so don't be scared. Well, I was. I was scared. Whoa. My choice of seasoning is the good old BAM, all-purpose seasoning. Put that in there, you know, a little amount, nothing major. And that one, boom, peri-peri flakes. Some seasoning there. Yes. And naturally, you want to put your salt in there, as you do. Salt Bay. To stir this, I'm going to cover this up till the oil comes to the top, and then I'm going to add my meat. See that? Can you see that, guys? So the oil is almost coming to the top, and now we're going to put the oxtail in it. So this is the oxtail we made earlier on, and now we're just going to mix it in there. There you go. And you can see already that the oil is almost coming to the top. The meat is going to like literally marinate in that tomato sauce over the next, let's say, 20 minutes or so, and that should be stewed up. Boom. So we finished. After that, the oxtail stew is finished. What do you think, guys? Tell me your opinions. Is it looking nice? Is it looking lovely? Would you have a bite of that? Wait till I make the side, which is pounded. Yeah, the oxtail stew is getting done. I'm going to quickly get to the lady fingers, so okra or lady fingers. So I'm going to put that, chop them up, get them. This is the aftermath of the lady fingers when they're chopped up. The okra is chopped up. I'm going to put that to boil in some water in a pan in a second. However, let's quickly check out what the oxtail stew is saying. And wow, ooh, could you hear that sizzling? It's all about angles, you know. So we've got the water there boiling, and we're going to put our okra in there. There we go. But yeah, okra is very healthy, guys. It's a superfood, by the way. It gives you good source of energy. So boy, if you're into this kind of things, you should go and get yourself some okra. I lie. So there we are. The okra is boiling down. Reduce this so you don't want to burn it. You want it to slow. You want to cook it on a slow heat and just get it all slimy. Yeah, slimy is the word I was looking for. Get it all slimy. But we could put some salt in there. In fact, I'll season this a little bit actually. In Nigeria, they got something called cow. They'll put in there.
Yeah. Wow.
So just put a little bit of this in there. This is almost done. Yum, yum, yum. And now we're going to jump onto the yam. Get out of the way, mate. Boom. We're going to jump onto the yam. Pounded yam is literally a big dish in Nigeria, and they traditionally would make it in something called a pounded yam pot. What is it called again? With a pounding stick. So for the sake of modernity in the West, they don't do that anymore. What they do now is they put in a powder form. It's in a powdered form now, and in that powdered form they make it on a stove or in a microwave. But I'm going to the traditional ways without the pesto. I'm not using any pesto to do this. I'm going to use a hand blender. So it's all about rotations and spins, and I hope I could make this lovely and tasty. This is the yam, sliced, finely chopped. You could do all sorts with this yam. You could fry it, you could bake it, but for today's purpose, for the pounded yam, I am going to boil it down to a nice texture and then use my hand blender to blend it. I'll put it to boil, and I'm going to boil that down till it gets soft. Now the texture depends on how you like it. I like mine kind of firm. You could have it very soft, but it depends. I'm going to boil mine till it's kind of firm, and then I'm going to put it in the blend. Ready, the okra is done. It's nice and drawy, and the oxtail stew, look at that, guys. Oh, gorgeous. It looks like a meal and a half. This is the yam when it's done. We're going to transfer it into this bowl and use the hand blender to blend it up till it gets to a nice texture. This fish is the surprise I had for you guys. It's a jackfish, and I was going to make some fish soup with it. Not a stew, a soup. It's totally different from the stew we made earlier on. So I put a bit of the yam in the bowl, and I'm going to start blending it. Oh my goodness. That is hard. Okay, it is working. Using a circular formation like that. Woo! That's freaking hard, mate. My blender is trying, but yeah, it needs some liquid now, doesn't it? Could you see that, guys? I rate the African women pounding this thing. Look at it. Could you see the starch? All getting together, congealing. I'm going to finish this up with a wooden spoon, because I think that'll be more sensible. I'm now using a wooden spoon to mash it, and I have to do it quite fast. This is a lot of work. I don't know who sent me a message to make pounded yam from scratch. No wonder people use the powder. This is a lot of work. Wow. Do not do my style, because what you're going to get is RSI, repetitive strain injury. Because boy, pounded yam is food of men, not boys. You get me? I'm trying to get all the nuts out of it. You know what? I'll do this, and I'll keep doing this. Believe it or not, guys, I have totally messed up my pounded yam. Things you should not do when you're making pounded yam. Don't put salt in the pounded yam. Do you put salt in eba? Gary, do you do that? Secondly, I had to put it back on the stove, and come and see this, guys. I've had to put it back on the stove, and I've almost revived it. There shouldn't be no nuts in it, and there's plenty nuts in this, so that is very bad. The blender is working now, guys. The savagery. Losing it. This was the pot that I used for the pounded yam to save the pounded yam. This is the revived, saved pounded yam. Minimal cocoism, minimal bumps in there. Lovely. I cannot wait to eat that. I need to do my fish soup. So guys, I'm going to start by putting some oil in the pot. and heat that up for a minute or two. You can see it's smoky already. And then I'm gonna add my tomatoes in there. Oh, look at that. Exciting, exciting, exciting. Now I'll leave that for again 2 to 3 minutes to warm up. And then I'm gonna add my seasoning and the fish in there. Wow, guys, look at that. Isn't that a beauty? So this is the serving. So 2 pounded yam, oxtail stew, and some okra. And my friend Bimo is gonna do a first taste for me. I know it tastes good because it looks good, but you know, I can't be the judge of my own cooking. He's going to gently do the honors of unwrapping my pounded yam. Please, if you could, Bimo. I think I tried. This is fresh pounded yam. The texture looked like actual pounded yam texture, doesn't it? Like when you get it back in Nigeria. So yeah, so officially this is our course for today. Pounded yam and oxtail stew with okra. I want to give this a taste test. So the way you eat it, you could use your hands to eat it. Some people use knife and fork, but it's actually something you eat with your hands. So let me take some of the pounded yam. Oh, the texture is okay. That's a handful. Let's put that in the mouth now and see what it tastes like. That was lovely. That was lovely. Now, let's taste the oxtail. Look at the way it falls off the bone. Could you see that, guys? It just falls off the bone. I love it. Perfect texture for me, personally. And I'm going to take a big bite of this one because I like meat. Let's see what this tastes like. Put it in the mouth again, like I can hear it. Like I said, yeah. This is quality food. I like it. Wow. So sublime. It was lovely. I felt like I was in Lagos. Oh my goodness. The food was wham. Damn, no capping, guys. I have steamed the tomato sauce in some oil, and I'm going to add some fish into it now. Let's add the fish in there. Fish is easy to cook. I didn't season this. I'm going to season it all when I reduce it in the sauce, in the soup. So that's why I'm going to get all the seasoning done. So lovely. I'm also going to give it a sample taste. Why not? I don't know what jackfish tastes like. Never tasted it before. So this is the finished product. What do you think, guys? My jackfish soup. It's looking gorgeous, isn't it? I'm going to taste it now. I'm going to give it a sample. Just dab some sauce in there. And that's very good. Nice texture. Yeah, that's bad and bougie. Thank you for watching, and hit me in the comments for the recipe. I'll be obliged. Hey.